Ahoy toy, welcome to Transfix, the channel that still functions. Wanna bet? Get out of here. So today we're going to take a look at a quick customization for the War for Cybertron Siege Megatron. And I've been looking for an excuse to buy this figure, honestly, because I think the Siege line is just great. I only have him and Hound so far, because, if I weren't mostly collecting Masterpiece and G1, I would be all in for the Siege line. I'm really impressed with what they're doing. They've got much better joints and quality, smaller figures, higher prices, and that nice G1 aesthetic that, of course, I love. And I think they're selling well. I think Hasbro has figured out that that's what we want. The only thing I don't like about it, I have two small complaints, is this weathering effect that a lot of people aren't really into. And I have tried to take some of it off with rubbing alcohol, but I just been a bit too lazy to. You can remove the weathering paint with a combination of rubbing alcohol and elbow grease, but it takes a lot of rubbing. Interestingly, if you compare one sample to another, the weathering is all pretty consistent. It's pretty much the same, which leads me to believe it's a tampograph. The way they just stamp on the same paint pattern on every figure, which is good because then you don't get a lot of slump, Anyway, yeah, the other complaint I have is just the name. I mean, calling it War for Cybertron is confusing because we already had the War for Cybertron toy line based on the War for Cybertron video game. And then calling it Siege is fine, but that's part of a trilogy. I don't know how you have a trilogy of toys, but oh well. And I got this box. We should check out, see what this secret code is on here. He's even got some writing on his feet. Let's take a look at the code. Okay, folks, we have our box and our black light. Let's see what this code reveals. Okay, what does it say? We'll have to go to the website and find out. But I'm not going to, because I'm sure you can just look it up. So the customization I've done on here is just to make him look like the Marvel Comics version. Where Megatron was rendered a bit differently, and the only differences really are just the abdomen and the head. Now, if we take a look back at the Marvel comic, you can see Megatron has the black helmet and kind of always has a weird nose with nostrils showing half of the time too. In some pages you'll see him with an orange abdomen, but if we skip ahead here he's back to his red abdomen in all of these pages. So I think it's mostly red and the black helmet. And we've never had a toy version of the Megatron in his Marvel Comics look, except for Toy World's Hegemon, which did come with an alternate black helmeted head. I can't show him really because I sold him a long time ago. So that's all I've done. I just painted the abdomen red and I painted the helmet black, a flat black, which is easy to do. I just took his head off. It's on a ball peg here. He doesn't really have any motion up and down, but it's easy just to push this forward and pop this off when you don't have a camera in front of your hands. Oh, never mind. So you just pop it off the ball peg, and then I just painted it black. Well, I have to interrupt myself here because I've been a fool, damn fool. I forgot about Megatron's yellow eyes in the comic book. So what we have to do is take it apart because it's going to be really hard to get a paintbrush into that tiny eye socket. But luckily, if we open it up with a knife very carefully, of course, just get the seam separated on the bottom here. And then if you have a spudger, that comes in handy as well, and pry it apart. There does seem to be a bit of glue in here, so it does take a bit of force. Yeah, the eyes are here. Now it looks like a bloody mess because I had to have a few goes at this, trying to paint with nail polish, which is too thick, so I tried to remove it and put on paint, and that was too thin to sit on these tiny little slits, and I went back to the nail polish again. And I might have ruined it by taking it apart, but anyway, it just needs a little bit of yellow paint on there, and then it goes right back together again. And I'm going to have to clean that up, actually, now that I've separated it. But yes, we do have yellow eyes now. So just pretend he has yellow eyes for the rest of the video. Thanks. That's pretty much it. Now, this may not be the best mold to represent Megatron in the Marvel comic version, but as I said, I really wanted an excuse to buy this Megatron because he's just quite cool, and I've been passing him by. It's a great figure, very G1 looking. The only thing is he doesn't have the barrel on his back, which is fine. He has these tank treads instead. But they have done a nice job of putting the silver there to make it look nice and detailed, like there's something there. And he's even got the little triangle inside of the ankle here. And speaking of the ankle, I do love the ankle tilt. It's different. They've got a rod here where he tilts this way, whereas usually it's a bit lower. So it makes a very nice, natural-looking ankle tilt, and you get some really dynamic, aggressive stances out of him because of that. Even though the hands open, they don't go 90 degrees. They go up to this little stopper here, which makes his hands curl in a bit, which is interesting, but it's fine. It makes him look like he's making, very aggressive fists. As I say, I really like this Megatron. He even comes with the sword. That's kind of cool. It harkens back to his original accessory on the old toy. And if you have the Dazzle Strike from... okay, this is weird. So I bought the green light figure, and it comes with the Dazzle Strike, and they can't even get it right on the box. It's called Dazzle Strike with 2 Z's like it should be, but it's also misspelled as Dazzle Strike in some places with 1 Z. I thought they had fixed that by the time it was released, but the instructions are correct. Anyway, point is, he comes with this little flame effect that sticks on here, and like that. But it also works on Megatron's sword. So if you look, there's tabs on one side, which makes a really nice effect. I mean, you can put it here, but of course it goes best at the end. You can have a flaming sword, which looks quite awesome with Megatron. Yeah. And you could put that there, maybe pretend it's Ravage. So, as I said, a quick custom Marvel Comics Megatron. Peace through tyranny. Thanks for watching.